Let's talk about sleeping in economy, okay? Because you know you need to sleep sitting straight up. There's no recline. I mean, maybe a little tiny recline. There's nowhere to go. Are you flying economy and you need some survival tips for a long haul flight? This is the video for you. I've got the hookup for you. I've got 22 things that are must have flight survival guide kit for you in your economy flight. Some of this will work in business class and first class too, but for sure on economy long haul flight. I am Zach, because I've flown over hundreds of flights internationally and domestically, and I've learned the hard way things that you need to make your flight good, comfortable, easy, and put you in control. Are you ready? Let's start. Number one is slip-on shoes. When you're going through security, unless you're pre-check, you have to take your shoes off. It's good to have a good slip-on shoe, especially on the flight. Maybe you want to take your shoes off and rest a little bit from them. Just easy. These are Kizik's, so they look like they're laced, but they're actually built with the technology that lets you slip them on, but they stay secure. I love these shoes. I have a whole video on them. But something like this. Now, if your feet stink, keep your shoes on, okay? We don't want to keep that at home. We don't need that. We don't need that. The next thing is compression socks. I don't care if you're skinny, young, fat, old. You need compression socks. We wear these every flight, especially, long haul flights, not a 2-hour flight, but a long haul flight, you need compression socks. They're going to keep your blood pressure regulated, keep you from getting blood clots, keep you cooler because your body won't heat up as much, and they're really comfortable and they have a lot of health benefits. It's just an absolute must, whether you're in business class, first class, or economy. If you're on a long flight, get these. The next one is headphones. Okay, let's talk about headphones because you need headphones, especially in economy. You need noise canceling headphones. These are the ones we recommend. They're Bose Quiet Comforts. Let me put them on the right way. They actually say R for right in the headphones and left. These are so comfortable. I run hot. I'm a big guy. And these stay cool. They're lightweight. I never feel them really. I never get tired of them. I've worn them for 10, 12 hours. The battery life on these is crazy good. Crazy good. I mean, literally, you can let them sit for a month and then get on the plane and it'll still say 100% or 90% battery left, or however it says it, And then you can listen for 12 hours and it's still got like 50% battery left. I mean, it is insane. So I highly recommend these. But sometimes you want to sleep, So you want to put a neck pillow on. I'm going to talk about that, but you might want something more like in ear, so you maybe just prefer in ear. So I use these Pixel Bud Pros. I also use Airfly Pros. If I can get them out, they're very little. They're much more comfortable to me than AirPod Pros, but whatever you have, they're noise canceling. So are the Airfly Pros. So you can pick you up some of those and have those. I carry both. These are so little and small in my pocket that I can use them, especially on smaller flights. I use them. Here's why you want noise canceling though, especially in economy. Okay? You got screaming babies, you got dogs barking, and you got adults acting like children. You got them talking as loud as they can talk, like there's nobody else in the plane, like you ain't trying to sleep or trying to relax or rest. You also have rude people that let their kids play video games without headphones as loud as they can get that iPad or phone. It is ridiculous. And by the way, you can always ask the flight attendant, hey, can you tell them to be quiet? Because the law and the regulations on every airline, unless you're flying just some weird airline, is they have to have headphones on. They can't disturb the guests around them. Just so you know. But get you some headphones. These are my go-to. They fold up. I mean, it's so crazy. They fold up like this. So they're like super little in your backpack or in the case that it comes in. And they're just so comfortable. I have the AirPod Maxes too. I wear those a lot. But these by far are my favorite. I've tried Sony as well. They all have really good noise canceling, but these are my go-to, our go-to. My whole family has them now. And I know they're expensive. I know it's like a huge investment, and if you're flying economy, you probably don't want to do that. But one of my friends at work, I was flying a cheap flight to Europe for the first time, and I didn't have $300 or $400. I got these on a Black Friday deal, and we're just like, we're gonna try it. And these are them that I bought like 7 years ago now. It's crazy. And they still look new, they still work great, and every time I fly, I take them because there's always a screaming baby or someone talking really loud or all the stuff I've mentioned. So take note of that. The next thing is, with the headphones, is on a long haul flight, most planes have a screen in front of you, an entertainment system where you can either pay or sometimes you get free movies, TV, radio, and stuff like that. If you got Bluetooth headphones, regardless of what you have, AirPods, AirPod Pros, Pixel Bud Pros, Bose, whatever, you need some way to wirelessly transmit them. So I recommend this. It's called AirFly Pro. And basically it's this little thing that's super Apple-y. I call it Apple-y because it's super simple. It charges, the battery life is amazing, and it's super easy to connect to your phone. The minute you Bluetooth connect it, which you should do at home before your flight, connect it to your headphones just to make sure it's working. And that way, when you get on the plane and power it on, it will say AirFly Pro connected in your headphones. If you have the Bose talk to you. Some of the other ones talk to you too, but the Bose will say AirFly Pro connected, and you know you're connected. And it's got a little old-fashioned headphone connector. It goes in to the entertainment system and wirelessly transmit that audio to your headphones. This way you don't have wires. If people are trying to get out to go to the bathroom, or you're trying to go to the bathroom, you just get up, go to the bathroom. And there's also this little connector, because a lot of international flights have a left and right, a stereo, an old-fashioned stereo version. So you need this, and you can. This one's great. It's for Bose, but you can use it for any headphones. But it folds up, so if you only need one or two, and it just connects in here. And this is the actual AirFly Pro, the black one. They have a white one too. She has a white one. That way we know the difference. But it literally just goes in and connects in, and then you get the two. There's also other versions on Amazon that we use, but this one's just really nice, and it's about $8, so it's very cheap. And that way you're ready. We learned that the hard way. We went on a flight and we didn't know about this, and so we had to listen in one ear only because it wasn't stereo, because it wasn't two-prong. So you have left and right on some of the older jets. So that's just a little tip for AirFly Pro. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. I've got a whole video on AirFly Pro and how to use it, so check that out. I'll put that down below in the description, and everything I'm talking about, I'll put right down below the video in the description. That way you can check it out. It is affiliate links mostly, so I do make a little tiny money to support the channel, but it's really more for you just to have easy access to these options. You can buy it from there or buy it from your favorite store. I don't really care. I appreciate using my links if you can, but this is really to help you and make sure your flight is amazing, because I've been there and I don't want you to be there. I don't want you to be on that flight, that long 14-hour flight, without these things. Okay, we're at number 5, if you're counting. But another big one that we learned the hard way is if you go to sleep when you get on the plane. Some people get right on the plane and they're just exhausted. Maybe you've got jet lag, maybe you're just trying to it's an early flight, whatever. Make sure that you put your seatbelts on over your clothes so the flight attendants can see the seatbelt. If you do not do this, if you have a jacket or a blanket or something that covers the seatbelts up, they will wake you up and make sure that they can see it. It's for safety and stuff. They've got to do their job. So I'm trying to keep you from being woken up, because I've been woken up. And I mean, one flight attendant pinched me so hard, she bruised me, waking me up. So I just wanna say that's abnormal. So don't take that. But it's just a tip. I'm trying to help you sleep. If you're sleeping, make sure you're aware of this because they want to know. Number 6 is the food. What do I eat? What I shouldn't eat? These things, right? So here are my survival guides. When they serve you, eat, because they are trained to get you adjusted to the time that you're going to. They're not serving you in your lunch, breakfast, dinner hours. They're serving you in that time zone. So if you're, let's say, flying to Italy, from Dallas, or you're flying to Thailand from New York. They are trained as flight attendants in their schedule to feed you on a better time scale to get you more adjusted. A lot of people are like, I'm not hungry. Eat. Try to eat something. Try to start moving your body toward that time zone. I've got other tips on jet lag and how to prevent it, but this is a big one. And also, remember, if you don't like plain food, because some plain food, especially in economy, is going down. Some plain food, especially in economy, is going down. So you want to maybe take your own food on. Maybe you want something from Moe's or Chick-fil-A, or something even nicer like Chili's or whatever's in your airport that you can get. You have to obviously get it after security. You can't bring it to the airport, but there's a lot of restaurants, fast food, and more healthier options around. If you get there early enough, you can get those and take them on with you. Please don't bring stinky food on the plane. Okay, I don't want to smell your food. And when you open that food up in that little tunnel, it is going to permeate through the whole thing and you're going to affect everybody. So try not to get like stinky, nasty food. But you can get healthier options that help you. And try to stay away from salty food, because remember, when you're like 34,000 feet in the air, you get dehydrated faster. More salt can cause you to bloat. It can also give you headaches if you're not used to the salty food. We always take a bag of chips and some candy, but we don't eat like a ton of salt if we can avoid it. We also, going to my next tip, is all about water and hydration. So you want to drink a lot of water. And we always grab at least one big bottle of water from a store after security. You can't take water through security, but you can bring like your own jug. I take these because I love Yeti. They keep things cold for a long time, and I love cold water, so I pour my cold water in here for long haul flights. But there's also refill stations. If you don't want to pay, if you're on a budget, there's refill stations at every bathroom. You can just, it's designed, it's not a water fountain, it's designed to refill your bottles. So you just stick it under there, it fills it up. I don't know if it's purified or what the deal is there, because I don't drink that, but if that's your thing, that's there for you. And this can go to security, but empty. I use this a lot. I love it. It's pretty lightweight to be a metal Yeti cup, but drink a lot of water and take a lot of water. The food and water thing is about control too, because when you get on, you don't know when they're going to serve you, or maybe you're at the back or the front and they started at the back or the front and it takes a while to get to you. Maybe you're thirsty. Maybe you're a little hungry. If you have your own drinks and food with you, even if it's a snack and a water, you're in control. You control that part of your flight. You don't have to depend on them. And now in economy, this is especially true because they sometimes just serve you a little bit and very few and very little, and you have to pay for stuff. So why not go prepared? That's what I learned, because I've sat there, I've been there, and I know that pain, I know that frustration. Either I ran through the airport or I'm just thirsty that day, and I had to sit there and just be like, breathe, Zach, breathe. Oh, you will make it through, because you just got to mentally power through, because sometimes it's an hour or two. Sometimes they wait till they get up in the air, there's delays, they got to wait for turbulence to calm down before they can serve you, all that kind of stuff. And we were just like hangry. I mean, hungry. So I'm trying to help you. Okay? Because I want you to have an amazing flight. And I want you to have this peace, like, whew, I'm going to enjoy this. It ain't business class, but I'm going on an amazing adventure, going to see family, going to see friends, something. A lot of people ask me this: can I bring snacks from home? The answer is yes. So if you're on a budget and you want to go to the grocery store, it's a lot cheaper to get like some peanuts, some chips, stuff like that. You can throw into your backpack or into the top of your carry-on, whatever, into your purse or handbag or whatever you're bringing with you. Another big one is charging your devices. If you have a phone, if you have an iPad, if you have whatever you have that you need to like do stuff on, maybe you get internet while you're on your flight, maybe you don't like what's on the screen, so you've used my tip of entertainment, which I'll get to later. But whatever it is, you need power in your phone, right? Especially when you get there, you got to pick up your Uber or find your driver, get to your hotel, stuff like that. So I recommend taking a power bank. I use Away Travel mostly. I say this with a little caveat because Away Travel has ended their power bank service on their new luggage, so I don't recommend them anymore. I recommend July luggage now. They have an upgraded USB-C power bank built in, just like Away used to. The luggage is fantastic, same quality if not higher, beautiful inside, still has a compression sleeve. All the things that were great about Away, July has, plus now they have the power bank still. And that power bank is heaven, man. When you're walking through the airport and you need to charge your phone, you just plug it in. It's on the outside that it just plugs in and you can just charge it while you're walking or sitting. When you want to get on the plane, it just pops out. You take it with you. If you're going somewhere like Italy to a destination, you can just take it with you. So because you're using your phone a lot, especially like if you're doing tours and stuff, you're videoing everything, things you think you're going to watch 1,000 times when you get home, which you won't, but it's still good to capture memories. We do it. I do it for this video channel. I do it for my main Zach's channel. So I want to show you guys, take you guys along with me so you get to experience it or see what you're going to see when you go, right? So what we've learned is that is also a great option, but we also carry this. It fits in my pocket, fits in our pockets. It fits in the top of my backpack. It just pops over. You can get Lightning, or if you have the new iPhone or Android phone, you can get USB-C. It has a little display on this one that shows me how much the battery is charged, 150, whatever. You'll get at least 2 charges out of this, and there's no cable, so it just fits into the phone. Here, I'll show you. It just fits into the phone like this. And I can still carry my phone with me. I can still like hold it and stuff and work on it or put it in my pocket or something. And it's just beautiful. Like I don't have to get the cord out and run the cord down and stuff like that, which, you know, sometimes you need to do because you need more power. This obviously isn't 10,000 milliamps, but the other great thing about this that we found is I haven't charged this in probably 6 months and it's still at 100. It maintains, it doesn't leak its power out. So it's pretty phenomenal, and they're really cheap too, affordable options that you can have to take with you on your flight. And I would not leave home without this on any long haul flight. And I even take it with me in my backpack everywhere I go, because you just never know. Maybe you ran to the airport to fly a 2-hour flight and you just were working really busy. You're on a long call that morning and your phone's down more than you thought it was, and you need something to power it on, to charge it. Now, everyone's gonna say, there's power at the seat. Every flight I've been on, there's power at the seat. You don't know what you're talking about, Zach, because that's what I hear from commenters below. Which, by the way, comment below, tell me your tips. Please, I'd love to hear them. And if you disagree with any of this, I like to hear it. I like to talk to you guys, so I'm fine with that. But I have been in many situations where there is no power or the power doesn't work. Again, you have to have a cable. Usually it's USB. You have to plug it in. Sometimes it's under the seat, so it's hard to get to. A lot of like Southwest flights now have it right by the seat in front of you, so it's easier to get to. But why not just control your situation? Why take that risk of it not working or it not being there, and then you're at their mercy, right? I'm all about, when I sit down in that seat, what can I control? What can I do to make sure that I'm as comfortable as possible? Another big one is seats. A lot of people ask me this, especially in a long haul economy flight. You normally have 3, 3, 3. Sometimes you have 3, 4, 3. Regardless, what we recommend is, even though it sucks, because most people want a window seat or something, you know, get in the middle and get an aisle seat. This will help you to have a 50-50 chance that the person in the middle that needs to go to the bathroom might go the other way and not bother you. And if they bother you, they're most likely going to do it half the time, right? They're going to choose you once and then the other person the next time. If they do this, then you are reduced on your problems. Another thing we do is we sit in an aisle seat and another aisle seat. Instead of having to be like right next to each other, we're still next to each other, but that gives both of us an aisle seat, which gives us breathing room. She didn't have to sit in the middle, or I don't have to sit in the middle. And yeah, and a lot of times on long haul flights, they're not full. So After boarding is done and the doors closed, if you look around and you see an empty aisle, you can ask the flight attendant, can we move there? Do it quietly, or other people do it before you. But get up, go to them and say, hey, can we move there, have more room? And most of the time they will say yes, and you'll get a middle seat in between you that's free. It's great. It's awesome. Been there many times. As a bigger guy, even on like Southwest, I like put all my stuff in the seat, and most people don't want to sit next to me. It's one advantage. And I don't take advantage of their double seat for big people. I think that's all bull crap. But most people will just skip me, and if the flight's not full, I usually end up with the seat. Lately though, the flights have been full, and always some other big person's like, can I sit next to you? And I'm like, yeah, let's just cram in here together. Why can't it be a little skinny dude, you know, or a little skinny girl? Like, why can't I have some room and she has some room, he has some room, whatever? But that's another story. That's another video. Okay. Number 11 is freshening up. I don't know about you, but a long haul flight without getting to like really move around, shower and stuff is hard. So one thing we learned from experience is to take things with us to help us freshen up. One of those things is I use Dude Wipes shower. There are also other shower options, but I on my main channel, I do a lot of stuff for men on Zacchaeus. So I do Dude Wipes in the bathroom. I do Dude Wipes. I like this company. So get a shower wipe. Trust me, you want one of these. And we also take flushable wipes just to like clean our hands with or stuff like this. But these are the king. Like, you take them into the bathroom and you can literally wipe your face, your arms, under your arms. Okay. Even your chest. You can go down to some areas that, you know, whatever works for you. You ladies probably have different options for you that you like even better, but this is what we take with us, and these have been amazing. Like, if the flight's like 2-3 hours from landing, we'll usually get up and do this, and it just gives you that feeling of like a little cleanness, a little like ungreasy crumbliness, you know. We also take flushable throwaway toothbrushes. They have built-in toothpaste. You just get them, pop them out, get a little water on it, and you can brush your teeth. It just gives you a clean feeling. You chunk them in the garbage. Oh my goodness. We even do those at our seat sometimes. They just, you know, and we put them in a little trash bag. These are things you don't want to miss. I promise you. These things will make a difference, especially in economy on a long haul flight. Here's another big tip. If you're still with me, you're about to get one of the most genius tips I've ever given, because I learned this after hundreds of flights. I don't know why my mind didn't click, but so many times I missed this. It's take one bag with everything you need in your seat. Before I'd have things in the top of my backpack, at the bottom, inside, all the stuff, right? Because you need charging cables, you need things like, we take a Beano, because for most people that fly in the air, because of the cabin pressure and the difference in the way it affects your body, you get gas. Most people get gas when they fly. I don't want to be farting on the flight, bugging everybody, especially in economy with stinky fart. So we take this. It tastes great. It's easy. It's natural. And it goes in before you eat. So if you eat anything, you just take 1 or 2 of these. Been doing that for years. Awesome. Also, carry Pepto with me. You never know on the plane or where you're going when you might need some Pepto. We also are lactose intolerant, both of us, so we take lactose pills. These are awesome. They're all natural. You take them before you eat ice cream or drink dairy or something. Again, on the flight or when you're traveling. So you need stuff, right? You need your jet lag pills that we take with us. I'm going to go through all that in a tip, but you have things you need. Your airborne, your cables, your connectors, your chargers, your AirFly Pro. If you want to take your AirFly Pro. So I created these bags. She likes a little bag. This is a perfect bag for her, and it just has everything inside of it. And it has all these little compartments and all these little pockets. There's another Zipline packet here, and see how it just closes up so nicely? It just goes in the top of your backpack, your personal item, whatever it is. And when you get ready to sit down, you put your stuff up and you grab this. You have everything you need right there at the seat. This is a brand new one we just got. I'm going to put the link down below. For me, I travel with the Peak Design Tech Pack because I've got a lot more stuff. I've got to charge a lot more stuff like my watch, my battery back, my headphones, a lot of things. I also have all my lactose stuff, my bento, stuff like that, because sometimes I travel alone or I'm just in a different seat. And so I have like my watch chargers, my cables, my phone charger, stuff that she might need just in case she forgot something, my AirFly Pro, all that goes in here. And it just folds up and it fits right on top of my backpack. And that way I can just like put my stuff up and grab it and I'm good. Used to, I would stand there, even in business class, I would stand there and be like, okay, get this out, get that out. And it was like this whole ordeal. Now I just grab this and boom, everything I need is right there, organized. And also when you get off the flight, instead of like getting up and having to pack it all up, it just goes in there, zip it. When you get up to get your luggage, pop it in, pull your luggage down, off. It's all about mainstream, simplifying things, keeping things simple. I also mentioned this in my TSA video because that will help you a lot there, going through airport security anywhere in the world. So be sure and check that video out. People don't usually know is on long haul flights, it's really important for you to get up and walk around every hour or 2 hours. You'll see other people doing this. Don't feel weird about it. Take a lap around economy. You can go all the way around to premium or business class and back around to the galley and back around to your seat. Stand up for a little while, go to the bathroom, move around a little bit. This helps with your blood flow, prevent blood clots, get your muscles moving again. It's just super healthy for you and it's super beneficial, especially if you're a bigger person like me or you're older, you're more at risk for these things. But even skinny people, young people, will mention that this is super important. Plus it'll just make you feel better, make you, sometimes you can just get tired of sitting. You need to get up and stand and move. Let's talk about sleeping in economy, okay? Because you need to sleep sitting straight up. There's no recline. I mean, maybe a little tiny recline. There's nowhere to go. It's a difficult situation, trust me. So I'm gonna give you some tips to make it a little easier because after 15 hours, sometimes even longer, you're gonna need to sleep and you need a way to sleep, okay? So one of the big things is an eye mask. I'm not a big eye mask person, but on a plane, in economy, where you have lots of people talking, noise and stuff, you want something that's gonna work with your noise canceling headphones. I recommend these. These are the best that I've seen. I just got a new pair for her, so I'm gonna show you this. The biggest thing about this is this here. Like most eye masks are flat and they just kind of fit over your eye, but I don't like stuff touching my eyelashes. It bugs me, it bothers me. So I love this, how soft this is. And then it has a cutout that's adjustable. You can move this around to fit your eye inside of it to give you some space there. And it just blackens out things better. It's super, super soft, super comfortable. It is just absolutely amazing. And you're gonna thank me. You're gonna be like, Zach, no way, talking about when you do that. So the other part of that is your neck. We've tried all kinds of neck pillows. I mean, we tried the fancy expensive kind. We've tried the cheap blow up kind. We've tried regular pillows that they'll give you if you ask the flight attendant, but the best one we've tried yet is the turtle pillow. It's almost like a wrap. I don't have it here because she has it, but it's almost like a wrap and you wrap it around. I'll put a link down below and show you a picture, but it kind of like supports your neck kind of more firmly, but it's thin. So it's not like pushing your head forward or, you feel like awkward. It's just kind of nicely supports your neck so you can lean and have that your neck up and not like cricked or anything. And it supports it, and it's also very thin and foldable, so it goes in your suitcase, like right in the front of your backpack or whatever you have to easy access to. So I highly recommend getting an eye mask and getting a neck pillow. This turtle neck pillow is amazing. I'll put the link. All the links are down right below in the description in the video. Again, they're affiliate links. I want to just be clear about that because some people complain about that, but I make a little tiny bit of money that supports this channel, and trust me, I really appreciate when you use those, but I'm not asking you to buy from Amazon or wherever buy from whatever store you want. I'm just telling you what works for us, and hopefully it helps you, because that's my goal of this channel. It's just to help you travel in style on a budget and do it without going in debt, without killing yourself. That's what this whole channel is about. Cool? Okay, another big one is a foldable duffel. I love the Foldy. I'm gonna put a link down again below, but it's like this little, and it goes in your, so it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's super lightweight, but it turns into like a 45L huge like tote bag. It's got a waterproof dry sack in it, so if you have wet clothes, you can take it to the beach. If you bought too many souvenirs, whatever the case may be, it's great to have that with you, because you never know when you might need it. Yeah, you might have to pay a little extra to bring on something extra, but most of the time you don't, and it's just really great to have with you, especially on your trip. It can be used on the plane, but it's also good for when you get there. If you're on a beach vacation or you're on a tourist vacation, you just need to carry stuff with you. Whatever the case may be, I have found this super, super helpful to have, and I know it will help you as well. Entertainment is a huge deal. A lot of people think, oh, the flight's got that screen in front of me, I'll just pay for movies or whatever. But I can't tell you how many times we've been on flights, even in business class and first class, like expensive flights that we got for a deal, but still expensive. And because we travel in style on a budget. But how many times we found that they're old movies or movies we've already seen or TV, just something we didn't want. Or we get to our destination and our Netflix doesn't work there. Something we download entertainment stuff. Download your favorite TV shows, movies you've been wanting to watch, your music through Spotify or Apple Music or YouTube Music. Download audiobooks from Audible. Download podcasts. Get things on your devices, your phone, your computer, your iPad, that you can have with you in case something goes wrong. Again, you want to be in control. And when you're on a flight for 15 hours in economy, you want to put those noise canceling headphones on and just fade out, right? You want to chill. You want to relax as much as possible. Eat your little snacks, drink your water, whatever, and just go into your favorite show. It's a great time to just kind of unplug. It's part of the vacation. It's part of the time to just kind of chill. Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, which not a huge fan of Amazon Prime now that they have the ads in their stuff and want you to pay extra for. But Max, HBO Max, that's now called Max. Peacock TV. The only one that's weird is Hulu. Hulu limits you on what you can download. And remember, all of these have like a 30-day expiration. So you want to do it a couple of days before your trip, because after 30 days, they will expire and you have to like have a really good internet connection and possibly re-download them, at least renew them. And that's hard to do on a flight. Spotify, those kind of things, you can get your music downloaded offline to your phone, and that way you can listen to music, listen to your podcast, listen to your audiobooks. There's stuff for you to do. If you're a game person, usually games have offline modes. Just find stuff so you're in control. You may get on the flight and it may be like, oh my goodness, they had my favorite movie. And it's obviously easier with the AirFly Pro and your headphones to just watch the screen in front of you. And a lot of times that's what we do. But what if it's not like that? Then you're in control and you have your situation. Also, this is a great tip for when you get to a foreign country, because a lot of times you get in a hotel and you can't find something to watch. You can plug your iPad, your phone, your computer up to the TV if you take an HDMI cable, or just prop it up and watch it on your iPad or your computer, your laptop. But you can watch your shows at night and relax as you chill, because sometimes you need to unwind if that's your thing. Just telling you from experience, these are things that have saved us so many people I know saved us so much. Another big question I get a lot is texting, calling, internet on the plane and abroad. So these are another tip for long haul flights. Most long haul flight air carriers will give you internet at a pretty reasonable price, $15 to $20 for the flight, which usually means 10 to 15 hours. It's a pretty good deal. You have pretty decent internet. You can't like stream stuff like Netflix, but you can shop, you can check your email, you can text, You can do stuff like that you want to do. Obviously, you don't want to call, you can't call on the flight, but this also kind of folds over to what I do when I get there. So we switched to AT&T, which I'm not a fan of AT&T. In fact, it's a problem company, but they offer a crazy cool international plan. We get unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Unlimited data for $10 a day. You can't beat that. With Verizon, we were paying like $10 for 100 megabytes. We were constantly getting dinged. We'd have to go get another SIM card from that country just to save the money or headache if we had time, or use something like HoloFly. It's ridiculous. So if you're on AT&T, you just have to add the international package, which you can do online, to your lines, and it's $10 a day for unlimited. And it's most countries. There's a few countries that it doesn't include. It does not include cruises. So if you're going on a cruise, this is not that's another video. But it's wonderful. We can call to the States, we can take text all day. Mainly the internet is the big problem, because you're using your navigation, you're looking up things, you're trying to figure out where you're going next, you're trying to do a Grab or a Uber or something like that to go somewhere, get a taxi, whatever it might be. You use a lot of data when you're out touring around and moving around. You're swapping cell towers and stuff like that. If you're on Verizon, I would use a company called HoloFly. Now, if you have a newer phone, most phones have eSIMs, and with HoloFly, you can just buy an eSIM for the country you're going to, and for the length amount you need. It's unlimited data, and it's flat rate. There's no surprises, and you can activate the eSIM on your phone when you get there, and boom, you're good to go. If you're on T-Mobile, T-Mobile's spotty, so check with T-Mobile to see if they cover you. In certain countries, they cover you, like Mexico. But in other countries, it's the same kind of thing where it's like a limited data, and the data is the big thing. You want to try to find a way to have your data there. If you have more questions about that, comment below. I'll try to help you out as much as I can. But if you're on AT&T, just go online or call them. They'll add this. It's free of charge to add, and then it sits on your account. Like, it's on my account all the time, all of our lines. But then when you go to another country, it activates and it starts charging $10 every 24 hours. So if you get there, it may be per day, calendar day, I can't remember, but it's really, I mean, it is so much cheaper than Verizon. It's crazy. So that's my tip for there. But on the plane, on the long haul flight, make sure that you buy the internet. If you're going to be awake and alert, I like to buy it. She doesn't usually, because she's watching TV or working on her computer. Some people just want to unplug. I like to check my email and stuff, so it's up to you. It does add to the cost of your flight. If you're still with me, wow, you're gonna have an amazing flight, because I know this has been a long video and I'm almost to the end, so hang with me. I've got 2 more for you, and you're not gonna want to miss these. Thank you for watching. I really just want to help you and understand that your experience can be difficult or better if you follow these simple tips. And again, the list is right below, so you can remember them and look them up. Another big one is jet lag. A lot of people, including us, have tried to figure out how to get over jet lag. So what we've learned over many international long haul flights is we take these. They're all natural. We take them when we get on the flight and every 2 hours going. We have taken them coming back, but found them not as effective. What we do coming back is we take these little strips. They're natural melatonin. They're called neurostrips, and they help us sleep. So coming back is harder because you've gotten adjusted to the new time zone. You're being forced back into a new time zone. I don't know why, but it's harder. And so these help. We're all usually get on the flight, we're like, watch TV, eat, when we should be sleeping, because we should be forcing ourselves back into a different sleep pattern. So we take these. They're awesome. They are called new strips, NU strips, and they just dissolve on your tongue. They taste great, and they do help you just kind of calm down and fall asleep. It's amazing. I promise you it'll help. Now, another tip for jet lag is if you're flying back home east, you want to go to bed an hour early. The 3 nights before you leave to go home, start going to bed an hour earlier and getting up an hour earlier. And every day, an hour earlier, start moving. So if you go to bed at 10, start going to bed at 9, 8, 7. I know it's a pain, but this does help. It does work. If you're flying west, like from Philippines back to New York, like going west, then you go to bed an hour later, get up an hour later. This means like if you go to bed at 10, you'll go to bed at 11, 12, 1. And if you get up at 8 a.m., you'll get up at 9, 10, 11. It does help. It just slowly starts moving you back instead of this abrupt like boom. Another big tip we do that we learned the hard way, because now we fly international every year, sometimes twice a year, a lot, and is do the long layovers. When you see a flight, whether you're paying for it or doing points, do a long layover. If you see a 23-hour layover, 48-hour layover, and it fits into your schedule, go for it, because you can get off, get in a hotel, shower, rest, and adjust. So we fly usually halfway, say New York to Frankfurt, Germany, and then rest for a day or two, and then go on to like Dubai. Or when we went to Thailand, we stopped over in Tokyo and then went on to Bangkok. So it just kind of gives you a little bit of adjustment, a little bit of a break too from that flight and from just being grubby, wake you up a little bit. You're in the middle of time zones, so it kind of just starts adjusting you. A lot of people do this in cruising. They'll take a transatlantic cruise, because as you cruise from like Florida to London, you're slowly adjusting, right? Every day you're slipping into different time zones, so it's like a slow transition instead of like flying there and you're there that same day and boom, you're like 6-hour difference or 10-hour difference or whatever. So I hope this helps you. Another big one is set your clock when you get on the plane. If you have a watch, a normal watch, you don't have an Apple Watch, it's hard to do on digital watches. But if you have an Apple Watch, if you have a regular watch, set your clock to the time of where you're going. This will help you psychologically start thinking, okay, it's 12 o'clock, I need to eat lunch, even though it might be 6 o'clock where you're from. This has been super helpful for us on our first flight. I didn't have an Apple Watch and I did this and it was super helpful. Now I set like alarms to like, and different things on apps to just change the way I think about like the time. I think to myself, okay, it's 12 o'clock in Rome, so I need to eat lunch. You know, I just kind of gotten used to the time zones and stuff and calculating the different time zones. If it's 6 hours, 12 hours, whatever. But this has been super helpful to think mentally about when you get on that flight, to think, okay, it's 6 o'clock here in Dallas, but in Rome, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 1 a.m. So I need to go to sleep. I need to try to sleep. And that will help you too, going and coming. For us, the hardest jet lag is coming back. We definitely have some jet lag when we go, but there's a lot of adrenaline and a lot of things, excitement. So it's easier, I think, to just kind of power through and get on schedule. But coming back is like, it's like a ton of bricks sometimes. It just hits us. So we've learned these tools to make it easier. And I want you to have an easier time, especially when you come back, but even going, because everyone's different. The last tip is all about medicine. A lot of people take medicine these days. For whatever reason, you need to take medicine, and you're traveling, you can't go without it, you need it. So what I do is I use a company called Matador. I buy these usually at REI or on Matador's website directly, but it literally just slides out, and you can slide it out for each day and just spill it over, and then your next day, and it'll take 7 days of medicine, and a pretty good amount of medicine can fit in them. Vitamins, whatever you take normally, you want to continue to take like you do it when you do it at home. And what I do is I take a picture of my pill bottles, so if I have any problems in security, I can pull up and show them their prescription, where they came from, the doctor's name, all that kind of stuff. But these are so much easier. Like I'm fixing to go away for a month to the Philippines and Bali and Singapore and Germany, and so I needed 4 of these, one for each week. and they're like $19, so it's really cheap, free shipping. If you're a member of REI, you get 20% off right now. It depends on the member deals that they have, but sometimes you can get a discount. I don't really use this part, but they have different colors. I think they have silver right now. This is kind of a blue black. I have some silver ones too, but they're really lightweight too. They're like an aluminum, so they don't bring a lot of weight, because weight's a big deal when you're traveling for your luggage. And always keep your meds in your carry-on or your backpack. Take them with you. Whether it's a cruise or long haul flight like we're talking about right now, you never want your meds in a checked luggage that could get lost, stolen, whatever. I don't think that's gonna happen, but you wanna be in control, especially of your medication. Because sometimes in a foreign country, it can be really difficult to get those meds and get them. They could be very vital to your health, and you want to have that control. So all 4 of mine are going to go into my backpack and carry on. I'm not going to chance that, even though I've never, knock on wood, lost luggage, but I use air tags and stuff like that for my luggage, so that I can always find it, track it, all that kind of stuff. But most of the time you're going to be fine. It's very rare, but it happens, and you don't want to be unprepared. I hope you have the most amazing flight. I hope you have the most amazing adventure. And whether you're going to see friends or family, or you're going to work, or you're just going on vacation, whatever it is, anytime you take a long haul flight, you're going somewhere different, cool. Maybe you've been there before and you can't wait to eat that food or see that place or experience that thing. I'm so excited for you. I know these things will help you, give you an amazing trip, amazing flight. And I hope you subscribe and become part of the Zachus Travel family. We are here to help you, to serve you, and to try to make your travels better, and do it in style. Just because you're on a budget doesn't mean you can't get that nicer hotel or that nicer flight or whatever it may be. You can find deals. We're here to help you. We're going to do what we can right here on Zachus Travel. Thank you so much for watching. I love seeing your beautiful faces, and I will catch you in the next Zachus Travel video. Peace.